Restondo says it set things up a bit. He gets a screen from Johnson, who is thrown to the...
What do you think, Eugenio, about this play? You can put in the place of the screener or in the place of the defender?
Well, in the place of the screener, he was in the line of the side of the defender, so he didn't have to stay back for the space, the 1 meter, the one space that the defender needs. So he saw him, and then he set up his feet well. So it was a legal screen. He was in between his cylinder. But then the defender ran. Well, he pushed him. He actually extended his arm towards the screener, and that actually make him. That was the foul that I think it was. There was a unreasonable force trying to go through the screen instead of around the screen.
The last you said was a key, because when you have the choice to go around or to go through, and you decide to go through, then you are like the responsible, because he led you that space to go around. So we can share some points of emphasis on this play. The first one is the screen inside or outside the field of vision? And you said it was inside. The defender can realize that there is a screen when he was stationary. So we can say the screen was legal, and we can disregard the option A. Now, almost talk about that a player who is legally screened is responsible for any contact with the player who has set that legal screen. So if you consider first, that's a legal screen, now any other contact is always the responsibility of the defender. That's when we need to judge, because that's like our work. We know, but now we have to judge if that illegal contact has an incidence on the player receiving the contact. And when we talk about incidents, we talk about balance, in this case, balance, because now that screener is outside of the offense of the team because he's on the floor. So we are putting that player outside of the play. So there is an incident. And we talk in the Spanish session about if that push might create that big player to go to the floor. We talk about, you mentioned maybe he faked, but you think
he was actually faking a little bit, so they will actually call it. But as you can see, they didn't call it because of he actually fall to the ground.
And that's also something important, because when we watch this, we are not judging the contact of the white. We are judging the reaction of the rest. No, how can he fail with that contact? That's not a foul, that's a fake. But we're not like refereeing the white. So in this case, there was a push, there was an arm open, so it's like enough to have a personal foul on white number 3, even though red let himself going back. We can call the foul, then comes like informally to the red, say, hey, I watch the contact, you don't need to help me in that way. So let's try to have the game smooth, but realizing that there's an illegal contact that has an incidence. And the last one is responsibility of the center referee, because he is well located by mechanics. Mechanics says free throw line extended, there is the spot of the center. But depending on the play from this place, we cannot see what's happening between. So pick and roll is a play in which we need to be open to everybody, to dribbler, defender, screener, his defender, so we can judge and we can watch the complete action. So I think on the answers, people agree also. People say not much, half of the people, that white 3 is responsible and should be called for a defensive foul.